Hello guys, welcome back to some GoldRush the Game Leaderboards Season 31. I haven't done a whole... oh, look at that timing. I haven't done a huge amount since the last time. Last time I streamed, you guys know that my back was acting up quite a bit. So my next day was actually a day off from work. I intended to kind of lounge around on the sofa, hook up with my PC hooked up to my TV, go hard kind of thing. Oh, I ended up falling asleep. The back pain had been preventing me from sleeping, so it all just caught up with me. I did manage to do something around 9,000 ounces, something like that. But more importantly, I managed to get to the edge of my seasonal total. So now, when it loads up, my seasonal total, it was at like 74,000, has just started going up. I've got, if you include the full day that we just started, 12 days until winter. If I average, which I normally do, something along the lines of 7,000 ounces an in-game day, 7 times 12, that's what? 132,000 ounces on top of my current 150. That's not too bad. That'll be 274 if I manage it. But more importantly, that'll put me really up there on the seasonal as well. I say more importantly, I actually prefer the max gold, but on the seasonal I should get a really decent total, especially if I play a little into the winter as well, which I might do. We've got just over a week left of the leaderboard. So yeah, now's the time to go hard. It looks like Classy Games has stopped, unless he's hoarding buckets. So maybe he thinks, you know what, I'm up there, no one's going to push me out. Maybe he'll jump back in the final week. Maybe he's just taking a little break. Lots of maybes, lots of hearsay. But I'm confident that I will be back on the max gold leaderboard at least somewhere. Well, I'm still on there now. I managed not to get pushed off. Unless literally half the... actually, go back in that for a second. Unless like half the competitors are hoarding lots and lots of buckets. I think I'll be alright. Squarish. Got it right this time. Hello, Squarish. And Blue, hello. I only need 108. I can do that, dude. I can do that, Blue. I can get 108. Trying to get that lip. I'm on a bump at the moment, so I'm a bit higher up. It's not making it easy for me. So this has all been rather crappy gold overall. You know, my 2,500 give or take squares. Next, I'm going to be pushing into the 3,000s. After that, it's just going to get better as we go further back. 34, 33, 32. Those are 28, 29, but then 34, 34. So it is going to get better until we start hitting, if I can find them, there's some 36s, 37s, got some 4,000s back here. So the further back we go, the better it's going to be. Right. The graphics might look a little different, guys. I've been trying to play around with the settings to get a better FPS because of the issues I've been having. It's not just me, apparently, and most of the things I changed didn't really affect anything. But, you know, just trying to make sure it's viewable for you guys. A little bit noisy here. So, what I've gotten so far is what I've gotten since I got out of work. You know, my usual thing. Oh, I did put a small pump on here as well. And whilst everything is switched on, it is draining rather than going up, but it is taking forever to run out, so that's good. Let's just do a refuel real quick. Maybe it's having trouble loading the amount of cash I had. Hello, Fanfus. 125 mil. I'm sure there's plenty of people here who have had better. Are they still hooked with those chains? Yeah, I'm going to have to do them as well. I've no idea where my trailer is. I had to respawn it. You picked up the Graveyard Keeper. So far 10 out of 10. I feel like I'm quite slow as there is a lot going on. Wood beams seem so hard to get to open up the area. Even that wood beam thing that I did yesterday, where you need the circular saw. I'm just kind of unlocking in that game. I'm entering into new territory myself here. Stuff I haven't done yet. In fact, pretty much everything is like that right now. So I'm just kind of unlocking technologies as I need them. Like, I didn't unlock the circular saw until I started to need them for things. You definitely want to invest in your autopsy skills in that game. Otherwise you're going to end up screwing up what you're doing quite a lot. Autopsy and stuff like your gravestones and grave fences, things like that. So that you can make the place look pretty for the bishop. But I'm glad you're liking it, dude. It's a fun game. If you like that game, and Stardew Valley, I also recommend Sunhaven. I'm going to try something here. So we're running at... Oh, running at 15. There we go. When I look that way, it goes down to 40 odd. Ah, they're on the mix, aren't they? If I do that for a second... No, it still stays at 40 odd, so it's not the lights. Not the lights. For the blue research, I don't know if you're aware, I think I did try to explain it. Right, so you need to get science points by making paper in that church basement bit, and then researching that paper. Then you need that along with your faith. That you it's either the little ball one, the orb one, not the one you need to make the prayer. You use those together with an item to generate some research. Now I advise you to research body parts, because that will give you a lot of the blue tech that you need, tech points that you need. Also, if you do go into Sunhaven, that is a multiplayer game. Alright, fine. You want to play that way? Let's play that way. Come on, this way. We're going to take the long way round. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was wondering what I could research to get that stuff. Yeah. Body parts like brain, blood, etc. I think they give you like 25 per research, but be careful, because sometimes you only need one of those things you get from the sermons. Other times you need 3. So pay attention to what you're researching. If you need a rapid amount of those blue points, back-to-back research ones that only need one of those spiritual ball things. It's kind of weird, really, that you need faith in order to research sciencey stuff in a world where anything sciencey heralds you as a witch for burning. It's during the Dark Ages. It's set during the Dark Ages. But here's something to wrap your head around, right? So the Inquisitor is burning people he believes to be a witch. Forbidden knowledge is forbidden, all of that sort of stuff, right? How did he learn that a person is a witch if he didn't learn anything? Park too far away. Yeah, I'm on the part where I need 10 flyers and 20 wood. I am on the same bit. I haven't actually progressed on that bit any further yet. I've been doing other areas as well. I've been kind of going all over the place. Come on. Getting stupid. I don't, why the hell did I just try to put that into the door? Right, okay. This is how you want to play things. And here we go again. Gotcha. Sort of. Yeah, I think they are. I didn't see them until after I got the DLC. The zombie helpers are DLC, and the that part in the basement to the right, that guy of the morgue, that's DLC as well. I've unlocked the dungeon. You know, like the level by level dungeon. I've unlocked that. It's nice to see someone commenting on it straight after, the day after I've streamed it. Like the same person so far, every day, the day after I've streamed it, straight in with a comment telling me how much he's liking it. That's really nice to see. I don't get that very often. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Knew you had it in you. No, I get that, dude. I get that. But to be honest, I am so all over the place with I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like I'm ADHD. That there's so much information being generated at any given moment. It's a lot to do, a lot to think about, a lot to take in. So I don't think you might remember this snippet or that snippet, but I don't think you'll be in too much. It would be too much of an issue for you. I'm expecting a download to happen today. Either a download or information on when the download will be for Out of Ore. They got some of their new models should be coming out on this next update, along with suspension and things like that. It is Friday after all, and it's the day they usually release information. But he also tries to get the downloads out around the 1st. So I have to wait and see. I mean, this is a shorter month, of course. Even though it was the longer version of the shortest month. It being a leap year. I actually know someone who's 5 years old today. But he's actually 20. I actually know someone who's 20, but legally he's 5. Chronologically he's 20, legally he's 5. I mean, in that instance, obviously they just go by the year rather than the date of birth itself. But it's still funny. All of that for that little bit. So not worth it. Let's activate the next row. So am I taking this one? Probably yes. One, that one. Oh, some nice ones there. Probably not. We are going to start dipping down again, so I'll have a better reach and some flatter land after this. That's been slowing me down a little bit as well. That is really uneven, but that's just the ground I've been on. That bench is a really uneven one. Like, full of spikes and lumps and God knows what else. Let's go this way. Well, you can see just how annoying that is. I've been getting an issue recently where I've been digging so fast. You know how fast I can be. I'm having to slow down a little bit here because every now and then the dirt doesn't leave the bucket. It's like that glitch with the front end loader that happens occasionally, which I only normally get when I'm deleting dirt. Oh, as you might be able to see, guys, the sub count's gone up for a start, another couple more, so that's looking good. Just 116 left to go. The donation count has gone up a little bit as well. I think it was $6 something. I had to Google the what's it called? The exchange rate. I can't actually add money to my PayPal. I'm having trouble doing it. Like the bank account details the PayPal gives me to add it from my banking app, it doesn't give me a last name, only to put in PayPal. So for some reason I can't do it. I need first and a last name on the app. And if I do it via my donation link, which I can only do with PayPal, I can't add in. It won't let me add in my bank account to add donations. I'll be taking money from the PayPal to add to the PayPal, and there is like a very, very slight fee as well, so I'll technically be losing. So what I've done is I just set £5 aside and just updated my total. So I have added a £5 to it, guys, and I said I would if I could, you know, just a little bit here, a little bit there. It's not just going to be you guys. I am trying to add a little bit to it whenever I can. But we are now over 10% of the way there. Thanks to you guys. Mostly thanks to you guys. One thing I did learn though, I didn't realise this was a thing with my donation link. There's actually a monthly one. Like, it's a similar thing to memberships, except you don't, oh, it's just support. You don't actually get, I don't think, any doodads as a result of it, you know. But yeah, you can set up like a, with that donation link, like a monthly donation. Every month it just pays out that amount. I don't normally go into my donation link, do I? Oh, I wasn't aware. It's like you don't normally It's like the people who don't know their own number because they don't. The excuse is I don't call my own number. I want to make this one a little bit more even if I can. You know me, I'm all about breaking the Frankensteins. Which, apart from that little dance at the beginning, hasn't occurred yet. You're going to need a refuel soon. Oh my god. There we go. Got to keep an eye on how much is in that hopper. But don't want to overfill it. Little tip about Graveyard Keeper Fanfus, hindsight being 2020. I was selling bread to make money. Right now, if you oversaturate the market with anything, the price of whatever it is you're selling goes down. Of course it does. But I discovered that there was a very nice price at the blacksmith shop for simple fittings. It starts off at like 50, 60 copper coins a piece, something like that. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have spent so much time selling bread. It took forever to make all that bread. I wonder how much I could make selling my weed in that game, my hemp. Don't worry guys, I'm sure we'll break the game sound soon and they'll be a bit quieter. Sorry, missed it on the phone. Missed what? No, no, I was giving Fanfus a little tip about Graveyard Keeper. Wow, that wasn't so bad. Let's take a look at that now. Okay, so we're almost back into 12th. I did get pushed back. I was in 12th for a little while, then I got pushed down to 13th. How much do we need? We need like 6,000 to make the seasonal top 10. And for the next part in max gold, I need 10 grand. 10 grand, so that won't happen tonight, that'll be tomorrow. After that, quite a leap. So I do have some catching up to do, but once I get to the 200,000 mark, they are all kind of grouped together for a little bit. So I've got some catching up to do, but I think I can do this. No, think about it. I think I know I can do this. I can do it. Think. Sorry, I was just checking for the out of ore thing. I do believe I do. It's just going to take some time to put it through, and it depends on who's doing what in that final week. But I am confident that I'll still be in a top 10 position on max gold by the end of it all. Especially as the further back I go, the better my gold's going to be. I'm probably going to do what I did last season, guys. The final week, I'm just going to do like a countdown, a 7-day countdown, 7-day streaming week. Then take the first half of the next week off to recuperate, kind of thing. And then the week after that, I might be back with some more hard mode. Might, depends on how I'm feeling. Whether I want to go back into it or not yet. It is. If you want a look at what you can truly do, give a look to Split in 2. Now, he does have, I think at this point on the current series he's doing, I think he has access to something that the rest of us don't yet, because he does all the testing. Let me show you what you can get soon. this. Got all these just for decorational purposes. But there is one block in here which is going to be fantastic for doing some big gaming sessions. You can't see it on here properly, but there is a block of water that you can place down. So you can actually make like lakes and things. A decorative water. So turn that off. I've got an idea. Okay. I'm going to do a poll here. No, I didn't want to add an option. Oh, my question is too long. I need to shave 16 characters off. So do you want me to wait for the DLC, like the mini excavator, the mini wash plant, before I come back to the hard mode? Or, after the leaderboard, I do a week at least with no gold rush, and then come back to the hard mode as we were before? I still have a lot of the hog pan to do. I've barely done any of it off camera. And the DLC could potentially help with that. Ah, I thought we were free then. There we go. I'm going to leave this running for a while. This poll. You watched some of his also. Oh, split in two, I'm guessing. Yeah, I can't really go back to that game until I get the new graphics card sorted. I was having some major issues whilst I'm streaming because I need to upgrade my card. I can play it off camera. What I can do with Out of War, and this is something I contemplated. Like, you know those time lapses he does? I could literally do a time lapse only series. Like play half an hour a day, something like that. But throw in OBS into the mix and it makes it very difficult to give you any decent quality in the stream. Right, so do a half hour to an hour a day and then edit into one video kind of thing. Leave that there. Because it doesn't fit in very easily. Basically, it outputs it onto the conveyor belt, not the hopper. Right, so that is its limit. That's fine. I can work with this. Going to be in the loader for a little while here. The banks are quite high up. But if I did do the time-lapse thingy of Out of War, I was thinking about a hard mode on that as well. Like, actually start doing something similar to what Split done in the beginning. Like, just pickaxe and those little wash plant workbenches only, right at the beginning. So that's the only way I can get my money. Like, 5 pieces of... payda is a guaranteed 1 gold sort of thing. Although shadows are horrible and it didn't actually do anything to my game, so let's put things back to what they were. I've taken the weather off and I'll keep that off. That's better. They look like Minecraft shadows. So for those who are watching now, is that something you would like to see? It wouldn't interrupt too much Gold Rush time. I could get started on that straight away. Literally only a half hour to an hour a day recording, or time lapsing recording. The biggest part would be editing, but I could do that on a day off. I'd have to put all the images side by side, compress them all to a faster time speed, because the only thing is, with the graphics card I got, it will be more of it'll be a picture taken every 3 seconds. I can't do every 1 second. It would just run havoc with the game. I did do testing on it, so I can do 3 seconds every picture, a picture every 3 seconds, sorry, and I can take up to 400 pictures before it has to auto export. After 400, literally, if it goes to 401, the graphics go really stupid. What Split calls potato graphics. Are we on the poll? 4 votes, and we are evenly split. Ooh. Okay, if you've done both, Fanfus, I didn't realise you could do both. If it winds up in a draw, like what's the time now? I'll end the poll at 1/4 past. If it's a draw, what would you like your vote to stand for? You'd have to pick one. Could do a cut out your seasons and do a time lapse. Just cut the highlights in. No. Basically, you can use the drone. Right, so say this camera right here, right now, is the drone, right? It's stationary though, it doesn't move with you. It records everything you do, but what it does is it takes a picture however many seconds apart. Oh, I thought you said you clicked 2. It does kind of work in a way. I've seen some of Split's as well. He does his every second, but he's got a better PC than I do right now. Much better. But the testing seems watchable every 3 seconds. It's kind of like strobe lighting, but without the flashes. Like when someone's walking through a strobe light, but without the flashes. Oh, I see what you mean. You, Fanfus, a little while ago, you suggested wait for the DLC, but you've just clicked on do it. I see what you're saying. But I'll wait until 1/4 past, then I'll end the poll. That's 20 more minutes. I think that's a fair wait. Well, speaking of potato graphics, look at my frames. So annoying when it does this. If it gets too bad, I will do a quick to desktop and reload. It seems like some sort of memory leak maybe, but I don't know why I'm getting it. I think a few people are. They've not updated anything. I've done a verify of my game files. Verified the integrity and all that lot, you know. I'm not in the loop the way Split is. However, I am guessing after the leaderboard. The reason why I'm saying that is, it may not be immediately after the leaderboard, but it'll be between these two leaderboards, I think, because they did a little teaser picture when that was the whole point. That little competition where you had to fit everything into your truck bed. The whole point of that seems to have been to give a teaser of the new mini excavator. Then, at the start of this season, when I was skipping time to level up my workers, I got a message telling me that a mini wash plant was for sale, was on discount. Even the 14... Yeah, but I don't do 4K res. I don't think many people do. Anyone who does games, 4K res is pointless for games. Movies, maybe, but games, you don't need it. I do 1080. That's all I'm ever probably going to be doing. Yeah, but it's only just been happening. Like, usually I could go for hours and hours about the memory leak. Right, one of these is broken. We just need the other one to break on us, and then we can have a bit more peace and quiet. I did contemplate the potential idea of putting some of this donation for the graphics card towards a little bit more RAM. I do have 16 gigabytes, but and usually that isn't more than enough. But it seems recently some games are requiring a little bit more hardcore RAM. I don't know if that means it's because of the VRAM or normal, but. Shots fired, 4K is amazing. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It looks really nice, but what game plays in 4K resolution? They don't, do they? No game is set up to, or very few games are set up to play the game in 4K res, even in the settings. Right, let's put this to the test for a second here, guys. Frankensteins are off and my frames aren't changing. So it's not the Franks. No, I meant like my actual PC RAM. I've got 16 gigabytes of PC RAM. Let's take a look at something here. You might get a noise, you know, PC background noise. Give me a sec. Oh no, it doesn't do it anymore. Never mind. My memory is currently being used at 66%. My GPU is at 70. My CPU is at 52, but that's weird because OBS is only saying 10%. No, because it was doing it at the beginning of this claim as well. Like brand new claim. Usually the more you dig up of a claim, the worse it gets. Oh yeah, let's see if how that's done. Oh, we're almost at 12th. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, hold on. Let's actually take a look at this. So we know the price I need for the. If I use the money set aside for the graphics card, though, then you know, take longer, obviously. That's not my RAM. Where's my RAM? Let's turn on display for a second. For some reason, it's telling me I can't actually buy it. The other day when I looked, it was on offer, £30. I've got 2 8 gigs of this already. I am not buying one for £30 though. Screw that noise. Maybe they're out of stock. Now, as I understand it as well, if I were to go for slightly higher than this, right, if I went for this one, these would downgrade to that speed because that's what I've got. That's £42 though. I don't even have that in the donations yet. Hey Split, how you doing, dude? The game has a memory leak still after 30 to 50 minutes of playing. I seem to get it whenever I pause the game. That's how mine turns up. Still has the issue regardless of video card. And yeah, so I was right about the downgrade, yeah? Are you allowed to tell us when the DLC's released yet, Split, or are they still making you tight-lipped? We were speculating. I reckon it's between this leaderboard and the next. If you're not allowed to say still, we get it. Oh, that's the right. So that 3200 was the exact RAM that's in my PC right now. They have to say it first. That's fair enough, dude. This is why my. It's just that my. This is why my FPS is done at 30. If I shut down and reload, it goes up to 60. But then, if I pause it for more than a couple of minutes, it just drops back down again. But that one doesn't want to budge. You've got the other one, though. But no, I reckon that where they did the had it in that picture during that competition, and where I've had the mini wash plant thingy for sale, I think it's going to be between, you know, everyone knows about it at this point, so I think it's going to be between this leaderboard and the next. Oh yeah, I know. I just couldn't be bothered to extend that top one out again yet. That one's annoying to replace. I don't mind doing this. It just wasn't enough to have all three in here. There wasn't quite enough room to have all three in here at minimum extension. That's absolutely fine, Fanfus. Thanks for stopping by. Oh yeah, I mean, you can still play it, but the problem is, with games like this, if the frame rate gets too bad, it can induce motion sickness. It's like I'm streaming at 60, but it's running at 30. Speaking of low fuel, oh, that needs to be turned back on. What's the time? 5 minutes left on the poll, people. But at the moment, it looks like we are going to be waiting for the DLC before jumping back into the hog pattern in the hard mode game. That's fine. We've got other games in the meantime. I am definitely having fun with Graveyard Keeper. Okay, I think I need to reload the game at this point. It's making me feel sick. Right. Now, as always, guys, it will take a moment for it to sync up the cloud files. Let's put you on. Not that one. Oh my god, I clicked and dragged. So I moved things out of order. There we go. Sorry about that. There we go. We'll never speak of that again. Still no out of all Friday report. You saw nothing. Thank you. Alright, first things first, make sure everything is switched on, because sometimes it likes to switch it off. Then we need to redo our claim area. Like the drilled squares. Alright, so we are about to be going into these, which means we are currently in these. Once we get past the plant, the FPS should go up again. But look at that, look, on almost, because I paused the game. An immediate drop, nearly. Oh no, wait, it's going back up, or trying to. I used to be like a steady 60 FPS. So, I think this is a definite sign that my card is starting to degrade. Unless it's the recent attempts at changing the performance and such. Woohoo, money? What money? Right, 1 minute left on the poll, guys, or slightly less. Anyone hasn't voted and you'd like to, now is your chance. Oh, more gold, I get you. Ah, the sounds are broken. Good. I like hearing the engine sounds of the one I'm driving, but that Frank belt noise gets a bit annoying after a while. Same with the... Oh, actually, that broke quite quickly. Ah, but that means we're also going to have the Nuggetators sounds working again, doesn't it? Did I get it? No. Ah, either it disappeared or I got it. Right, poll is done, guys. So we are going to be waiting for the DLC. Thank you very much for voting. Oh, guys, I'm not normally one of those people who scrolls through shorts. You know, I find it annoying. But I actually felt saw like a Slipknot video on a short and looked at it and actually started scrolling through. Yesterday I was really bored before the stream started. There was somebody. They were trying to debunk peer pressure. It was so funny. They were saying like, okay, so peer pressure is supposed to be you obviously doing what everyone else is doing. So when you're with your friends and they're all drinking, what are you going to do? You're going to have a drink. If you're with your friends and they're passing around a joint, what you're most likely to do? Have a little bit. But then, if you're sitting at a table full of vegans, what kind of a dish are you most likely going to eat? Steak. I think it was actually I think it was a stand-up more than a debunk. I think it was a stand-up if I remember rightly. But that one actually got me laughing. Just saying, if Split voted for waiting, then the DLC will drop soon. I don't know if he did or not. I don't know if he voted. I got no way of seeing who voted for what. And Split essentially doesn't really come in to watch the streams. He comes in to show support for the mining community in general. He makes the rounds. He goes from streamer to streamer, popping in, saying hi, giving support to little channels and the mining community in general, which is great. I think that's awesome of him. And it's really, really nice of him. He's actually wound up turning up late for his own streams before because he's done that. He's popped in, then he said hi, and then he started chatting. I actually think it's really nice that he shows support like that for the little guys, or the littler guys than him. Yeah, I knew these would be noisy again. Okay, that was weird. They have really gone out of sync, haven't they? I think at the end of the stream, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to allow these to fill up to the max. Clean that out. And clean them out. Let's even them up a little bit more. I won't actually pull these mats. I'll just fill these to the max though. And I'll just clean that set and that set. And then I'll be back on target. Quicker way of doing it. Stuck. Actually, do you know what? The next time they fill up, I think I'll do it then. Wait for this to fill up to max. Just to get them a bit more even again. Oh, that one broke. Our man was glitching his miner's moss into the wood by changing his moss. We could still pull it out. Think he's cheating. I don't know about... Okay, that's not drawing any more into it. I don't know about pulling them out, but I know you can do this. I've been doing that for God knows how long when I haven't had the workers. quickest way to put them back and the easiest way to put the grate. If you put the grates back first and put the mats underneath them, it's the easiest way to deal with the grates. Okay, that's not changed out yet. So have we pushed up to 12th on the seasonal? Ah, so close. $4K to get 10th spot there. Do you think we can do that in the next... Wait, is it only 20 past 8? Or 25 past 8 nearly. So that's just over 2.5 hours. I think we can. Yeah, we've got a long way to go on that one. But we are pulling away from the 11th spot again. So that's good. I am off work tomorrow, so I actually intend on trying... trying to actually put in a full day tomorrow. I've been failing recently on my attempts, but I do intend on trying tomorrow. Well, at some point I dropped 1800 frames. That's only like 0.8% of my stream so far. He glitched it into the wood for his rotation right by the side rack, so when he was done rotating it was right there. I don't get what you're saying. You can't rotate your miner's mask. Oh wait, yes you can. But only in your hand. I don't know. I'm quite quick at doing it. The way I do it. So... But no, going back to the whole support thing. I got my... Like, I help Old Man at least. Periodically. I'll wait for him to get a fair bit of content out. Then I just let his channel videos play on autoplay for a couple of nights, and I let them run while I'm at work as well. So that not only does he get the view for the videos, but he gets the full watch time, which just helps to boost his statistics. And it makes sure to cover videos that I may not have seen and things like that at the same time. I just literally let his stuff play on autoplay. And YouTube occasionally asks, are you still there? Like, if you haven't done anything for a while on your PC. So I bring up like a Word document. And I've got a macro set on my mouse so it just constantly left clicks. And I just left click onto this empty document constantly. That one doesn't want to budge. But what I do is I go to his channel, go to videos, and just click play all, and it puts them into a playlist of just his videos. Like you're just watching his videos on Play Next. Here's a little way to save a tiny bit of time. Instead of going up and down that ladder all the time, just do it from down here. I actually listen to audiobooks when I fall asleep. I've got Audible. So many audiobooks on there. I love to read as well, and it's just nice to have someone doing the work occasionally. But you can set it up with your Alexa. My Audible is done through Alexa as well, so I've got my Echo in my room playing the audiobook, and I tell it to stop in 30 minutes, which it does do. If I'm still awake at that point, I just set it back up, continuing to play, and then stop in the next 30 minutes, just if it's a night where I'm struggling to get to sleep. And I have it down at a low volume, of course, so it is background noise, but I'm still listening at the same time. I'm one of those people whose head doesn't stop when their body tries to. So having something to focus on, actual words to focus on, it makes it easier to focus on just that one thing rather than jumping around from one thing to the next through association or anything like that. You'll just run my video. Thank you. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, let me show you then. It'll be a slightly different look, of course. Sorry, I was reading a comment. Actually, I think there's a way I can view it from your perspective. My channel's had 44,000 views. That's mad. Well, I don't know. You just go to videos. There's usually like a play all button over here somewhere. Oh, like that. Just click play all there. This is not me being stupid. This is me, like, I monitor my live stream on my phone. So that's why it's saying I've watched it. Oh, okay. It seemed like you didn't, because the way you said to do it, that you do it. But no, I do appreciate that, dude. It's not just the view and the watch time that helps, it's the fact that you're not clicking through and you're watching the entire thing. That is actually really, really helpful. It helps the analytics and the algorithm. Oh, I know what I can do for the week when... Like, so next week I'll be doing a 7-day streaming week. Instead of the usual 5. Because it's the last week of the leaderboard, so I'll do it each night. Then I'll do what I did last season. I'll take the Monday, Tuesday, which I normally stream, and the Wednesday that I normally don't. I'll just have those 3 off, just to you know, kind of recover. And then I will, I think, if I do my Graveyard Keeper on Thursday, as I have been doing, then maybe come back with some Power World. I haven't done that since the leaderboard started, so go back to Power World for the Friday, Saturday streams for that week. Just so you know, the algorithm is working. You came up as a suggested view when I first started watching you. Nice. That's really cool. I mean, there's still a lot more people that are getting pushed ahead of me. But it is nice to see that it is starting to do it. Just as it's nice to see that we got about 10 hours watched so far out of a hour-and-a-half stream. That's about 75% times. I don't know. I'm not very good. No, can't do it with percent. I mean, I can if it's 100% more, which would, but that would only be double. So it's not that. It's hold on. I can do this. Shush. Seven hundred, 750%. I was on the right mark, just the wrong type of percentage. So 700 to 750, can't do it exact in my head, percent more than the actual stream time. I appreciate the support, guys. It's really nice of you all. I'm gonna have to get some fuel in. At least this time it'll be easier. I didn't mean to exit. I do like having the details high enough to be able to see all of that. The lower a certain detail, the less of those voxels come bouncing down. Although I do find it funny, if the water's not on, they'll just keep bouncing down anyway, but the dirt amount will stay inside the machine. It's really weird. I need to get a controller. The keyboard is hard. My finger always hits the E button and I pop out. Or you could remap the E button. But I can't say much because I am crap at digging with the machine. I like to do all the fiddly bits, keyboard and mouse. Yes. but I am really bullcrap with the machine digging. Why am I going so slow? I'm not crouched, am I? For some reason... There we go, that was really weird. I had to do it with my control pad to speed up again. I find the control pad has, even if you affect the dead zone in Steam and you whack up your sensitivity to the best you can use it at, it's still really difficult to do all the finicky bits with the gamepad. I'll show you what I mean if I can get up this hill. Come on, you had the speed, and the autosave screwed you over. No! Oh, like a glove. Look at that. No, come on, let go. Why? Why? Come on. Here we go. Let's try this again. Let's actually try and get like the best kind of boost we can here. Which isn't really going to be much, because I can't tuck into that corner properly. There is a wrench in the game. Alright, I give up. See? Oh, winch. Sorry. Well, there is hooks on it, but if you try to pull it, the chain snaps. Now that was precision right there. Ah, that ruined it. Yeah, sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I can't wear them with the headphones. They're not very strong glasses, but sometimes just enough with the text when there's a lot of it. Which is a good problem to have. I can't see what I'm reading because there's too much chat in the chat window. I'd rather have too much chat in the chat window. I'd rather not see what I'm seeing properly occasionally than have nothing at all. Anyway, this is what I mean about trying to use the gamepad for the finicky bits. See how you got to do it in stutters? Yeah, when my glasses, the headphones push down on my ears, which then push down onto the handles of my glasses, and it just hurts my ears. Why am I standing around? I don't need to wait for this one. It makes for a fun conversation. Absolutely. Oh yeah, we should have made 12th. Yeah. We only need to get just on 1.8k and we can get 11th. See? Like I said, like the title says, my season isn't over yet. My seasonal total is climbing. As always, guys, if anybody here isn't a part of the Discord group and you would like to be, there is a link in the description below. Always happy to see new peoples in Discord. We actually got, like, it actually surprised me how many people was in there the other day. Last I realised, you know, remembered looking, we had like 33. The other day I looked, there was like, what, 48, something like that. So it is nice to see it growing as well as the YouTube. You got the right land for it. Oh yeah, for the seasonal total, absolutely I do. Well, for the seasonal and the max. There was quite a lot of times I just kind of slacked off and didn't. Either I just got too distracted whilst I was mining, just sat there with it paused for, you know, I think I've known to have it paused for like an hour whilst I was checking stuff on my phone and playing little apps on my phone or watching something on my second monitor. Just paused it for a moment because something interesting was happening. Next thing I know, like an hour had passed. My playtime is way too high for my gold collection. I've had this game paused way too much whilst not actually collecting. I also pause it while I do things like housework and going for a bath, things like that. Oh dear, my water tower is going to be using the true amount of its source. It's not going to have anything to offset it. Oh dear, what shall I do? At this point I would have had to have gone to refill it. It's probably not even halfway empty yet. Oh my god. The mic was off. The one you suggested, dude, is only an 8GB RAM. VRAM. I'm after with a 12 gig. I'm on a 6GB right now with my current card. It's just not going to be too much of enough of a difference with an 8. I appreciate the thought there. God, that cougar really wanted herself some dragon, didn't she? Yeah, if we went for the 12 gig, it would be about the same price. If there was a 12 gig version of it. Thanks for that. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I'm legitimately stuck here. I cannot respawn. Oh. Do I have a little give? No, respawn. Aha! Oh god, this. Oh my! All she wants to do is mount the other equipment. The cougar is hungry, fellas. Be on the lookout. The cougar is hunting her prey. Oh yeah, that's why I done it. Right, it's the cougar. Okay, because she's in leopard print. She's got a big bucket. She's always got some guy up in her. She's a gold digger. She likes to get down and dirty. We covered all of this. The young Frank looks yummy to her. Give her a bob haircut and call her Karen. No, she's just simply the cougar. She's a heavy smoker as well. Look at that stack. She got herself a big ass as well. Then up there, of course, you got the dragon. That there being the sergeant. I do have a leaderboard skin for the excavator and the Franks. In fact, I've got 2 on the excavator. I've got 2 on my dump truck. Dump truck has one of them on at the moment. Not, yeah, dump truck. The Frankenstein one won't work. I got 1 on my drill. I've got 2 on my truck. I've got 1 on... the first one I ever won was for the tier 3 jig. And I used to actually Back in the day, I used to actually just buy one and stick it somewhere on the claim, like normally by the water tower, just as a show-offy trophy thing. But the skin doesn't work on the tier 3 jigs anymore. It just shows as a white texture now. Why is the sun out? Isn't it counted as nighttime now? I thought 6 o'clock meant nighttime. I suppose it is summer. Maybe it's their way to compensate for the whole near 24-hour sunlight zone. I mean, it's still going to get dark, but I'm just on about the little image next to the temperature gauge. But it still will get dark. They don't actually have short days in early spring and late winter, and then near 24-hour light in the summer. I didn't add that in. It would have been a nice touch if they had, though. Oh yeah, I do appreciate everyone who's hit that like button so far. Thank you very much for that. She really doesn't like this corner, does she? Oh, I can imagine. Size of the crops if you get 24-hour sunlight. But here's the thing, right? Now, I don't know if it's true or not. I would have to look it up. But in Stationeers, which they try to keep quite factual, don't they? The crops need designated downtime, like designated night or darkness. Just if a 24-hour day was 20 minutes long, which is what they got in Stationeer, the plants, like potatoes, for example, need 5 minutes of darkness, so that's a quarter of the 24-hour period. No one puts. I know that you don't need to. You don't need to put the. Don't need to prove the quote. I know Dirty Dancing. I was born in the 80s, early 80s. Favourite film growing up as a kid, and I still have the same video cassette of it that I've had since I was 5 years old. The Never-Ending Story. In crop management, you put them on sides of the house to get shade. Oh, I suppose, yeah, sun rotation. That would work. DJ Merlin, hello. Your movie from the 80s is Tron? I, honestly, and you're probably going to hate me for this, I couldn't get on with the original. I like the remake. But I tell you what I do love though, guys, right? So you know Ready Player One. Get the book. If you are a huge fan of 80s and 90s nostalgia, get the book Ready Player One and Ready Player Two. Or the audiobook at least. They go into it so much more than the films. In fact, the challenges in the films aren't even the challenges in the book. Except for the computer game they play right at the end. In the book, they have to play line by line in a movie of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's all I'm saying. Officer and a Gentleman. I don't remember that one. Not off the top of my head. Names aren't my thing. Not all the time. It can be. I agree with you on that one, dude. Oh, what was the name of that film? That woman who wanted to become a dancer. You know, the one where she tips like a bucket of water over herself during one of those scenes. Can't remember the name of that film. Right, you want to know, right? If you, so you know my favourite film. Actually, I can't remember if this next one was a film or a TV show. I think it was a TV show, but, and you're probably going to hate me for this because it is a Hasselhoff. Knight Rider. I could not get enough of Knight Rider as a kid. I even had like a Sky Electric set of it. Flashdance, thank you. Knight Rider, Ghostbusters, Transformers, the Turtles. Like, over here in the 80s, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were actually known as the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Which to me makes a lot more sense because they're heroes in a half shell. FMJ. What, Top Gun? I mean, I know these are 90s now, but Top Gun, Speed, Volcano, Tornado, I think it was called. No, Twister. Love all those sort of films. You know, the old natural disaster ones. Of course, there's always Only Fools and Horses, Good Night, Sweetheart. They were TV shows, of course. We had some good programming in the 80s and 90s. Saved by the Bell, Round the Twist. Keenan and Kel. That was a half and half. You know, I had to be in the mood for Keenan and Kel. Thundercats. I love Thundercats as well. We've done this before. We started the whole nostalgia thing in stream before, and it just goes on for hours and hours and hours. I actually think we did this last leaderboard. You watched Twister at the drive-in, and when they had the scene with the tornado ripping through the drive-in screen, we had a tornado warning hit half the people left. Did it actually land? I mean, obviously you were safe. You obviously got through it, but first film I ever saw at the cinema was one of the Turtle live action films. My granddad took me. It got me one of those oversized popcorn buckets that you probably can't even legally buy anymore. We're climbing up the stairs. I trip. I was like 5. I trip, spill half the contents of the popcorn bucket up the stairs. Who framed Roger Rabbit? Oh my god. Then you've also got the Arnold Schwarzenegger films, you know. Junior, Twins. I know I'm losing gold here, guys. It's alright. I know what I'm doing. It wasn't anywhere close. That's good. Goonies, I never really... I mean, I watched it once with my sister, but that one didn't really hit my funny bone too much. It was too... I found the humour on that trying to be too obvious. Back to the Future, I used to have a 4 video box set of Back to the Future. Obviously, the 4th one being the making of. Oh, look at this. Steam. These are done in Telltale Games. These are done by Telltale Games and done in a puzzle fashion, a similar way. Ah, here we go. This week we have been finishing a smaller update containing fixes regarding the last update loaders, crashing and performance improvements. If testing goes well, then that will be out in a couple of days. And also this week there has been some really good progress with the next gens, so it's not super far out to where we can start to roll those out as well. Have a sneak peek. Release of the next gen vehicles will happen gradually as we finish each one. The vehicles will showcase new hydraulics, attachers, physics and various other improvements. Stay tuned. And so hopefully that means they will, the excavators will work better. Fingers crossed. Aliens, yeah, there's aliens. I think the first scary movie I ever watched was, that I can remember watching at least, I must have been about 11, 12. Pet Cemetery. Beverly Hills Cop, yeah. Oh my god, Nutty Professor. Like I said, just resetting everything. Back to base zero. Pretty much. I'm still going to have the dirty mats in the middle two. These two here. But that's fine. They won't get cleaned out until the end of the map. Yeah, I was 11 or 12 when I saw that. So that was early 90s. No, mid 90s. I was 10 in. I turned 10 in November 95. So it would have been in 96 or 97 I watched that. I have watched the Star Wars films, but I'm not a big fan. I've watched them to say I've watched them. I didn't really watch... I haven't... Until Dawn... I think Dawn of the Dead was actually my first zombie film. I watched Chucky before I watched Dawn of the Dead. RoboCop. Yeah, RoboCop was good. I liked RoboCop. Inspector Gadget. Cartoon version, of course. The live action was a later edition. The live action wasn't even that great. Nice to have these quiet. That's why. That's the only reason I leave them running when I leave, is to glitch out the sounds. I want to hear the engine noises, but I don't want to hear the wash plant being all that loud. That's why I leave everything running 24/7 nearly. Don't forget Die Hard. I love Die Hard. Huge Die Hard fan. I'm a big Bruce Willis fan in general. Fifth Element, loved it. Another one of my favourite actors actually only, like, has 2 volume levels. It's weird. You can see he's not one of the best actors going. But he is my favourite. It's so weird. Nicolas Cage. And then if we want to push into some of the cult classics of the 90s, you know, there's Buffy. I suppose you can include Angel a little bit as well. That wasn't too bad. Gremlins, yeah. Gremlins was good. I find it funny about the Die Hard. You say there, classic Christmas movie. In the song in Die Hard 4, they actually sing about the Die Hards that came before and like how the third one wasn't even about Christmas. Charmed, yeah. Outbreak, watched it a couple of times, wasn't a favourite. I'm going to roll a 6 for a second. I liked Planet of the Apes, but I much prefer the later editions that were the way the outbreak happened. You know, the... What's it called? I'm trying to think what it's called now. Origin. The Origin films. Never seen it. Never seen Memphis Belle. Dad's Army. Should give that a look if you like World War II, but this is a comedy. And at the same time, for the same reason, check out Good Night, Sweetheart. Thank you. OBS has a stupid, annoying habit, and I don't know why, and I can't figure it out, of muting my mic. I really appreciate you letting me know. It is so stupid. I can't figure it out. It's been doing it for a while. I've even had to reinstall my PC since then because of a different issue, and it's still doing it. I mean, if it weren't for the extra features, like being able to do, you know, your new subscriber pop-ups and your donation pop-ups and things like that, if it weren't for all of that, I would have probably gone back to XSplit by now, just for the fact of what OBS is doing to me. Probably. Did you hear what I said about Shawshank? No. God damn it. I don't know if I can bother to say it all again now. I was talking about how, like, this will make me sound like a bit of a hypocrite, because I hate, normally, most book-to-film adaptations, because they're so different. So much gets changed. There is one film that I can tell you now, though, from a Stephen King book, that is almost identical to the book, and that is The Stand. However, that being said, it took me a long time to find the book of The Shawshank Redemption. A long time. And I watched the film way before I got the book. And the reason I couldn't find the book is it's actually part of a set of short stories. And the book of Shawshank Redemption, all the book is Red's narration. I actually was disappointed by the book because of how much I enjoyed the film. And that's a rare occurrence for me. But all the voiceover narration parts by Red in The Shawshank Redemption, that is all the book is. You haven't seen Shawshank? You should give it a look. At some point I did excuse me, sorry. Been talking too much about drinking. Throat got really dry. At some point I did talk about Ready Player One and the book, and how if you love your 80s and 90s nostalgia, you should definitely get hold of either the book or the audiobook of Ready Player One. The film doesn't do it justice. The film is great. I love the film, but it doesn't do the book justice. The only task that is the same in the film as the book is when he's playing that maze game at the end. But every task in the book actually has 2 or 3 tasks to it. If you do get the audiobook, it's actually got quite a nice reader. Will Wheaton. He's actually got a really nice voice for audiobooks, I find. Ready Player 1 and Ready Player 2 are actually really, really good books. And Will Wheaton also did The Martian as well. Oh, I did talk about that. You must have missed that as well. I must have been muted for a long time. Right, Out of War will give you more bang for your buck. The guy who owns it, Christian, he updates it pretty much monthly. He's bringing out all new things. He's working on redoing the models right now, so you can, the ore you dig up, you can craft into repair parts. You can buy them as well, buy the parts as well, but you can literally craft your own repair parts to repair your things, or you will be able to. It's also going to be multiplayer. However, there are some things in this game that I think would work really well with Out of Ore. Like, the dirt management works so much better in this one. If you drive over the same patch of dirt several times, for example, it squashes the dirt down. And of course, there's no leaderboard. So if you want a competition mode, go for this. You know, whilst they are both mining games, they are both within their own leagues. You have Out of War now and you love it? Great. I'm probably going to need some rock truck drivers when I get my graphics card set up and the multiplayer is available. If anyone pisses me off or constantly makes mistakes, then you're going to get demoted to refueling truck. Honestly, I don't know yet how many people are going to be able to play Out of War together. And like I said, I can't stream it at the moment. My graphics card not keeping up whilst I'm streaming on that one. I can play it off camera, but not on at the moment, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because I had to stop my world, which was just starting to actually get somewhere. And then they did this big new update, and obviously the old world I couldn't keep. You have the graphics card. That donation bar at the bottom is what I'm aiming towards. That's the one I'm after. If you look at the writing above the little bar, right here, and that's exactly the card I got now, the 1066 gig. That is the exact card I've got right now. So you can see why I'm not keeping up very well. I don't know what gen you would call my GPU, my CPU. I've got an A5, 36,000 megahertz, I think. 3600 rather. Something to that effect. Let me have a look. I am on the Ryzen 5 5600G at 3.9 gigahertz speed, and that's not clocked. Oh, so you've got basically got the equivalent, the Intel equivalent to my AMD. So what you're saying is, if I can get this graphics card, I'm going to be set for a while. That's why we've got the donation link up there. I've added a tiny bit myself, but money's really tight, so I can't do much. I was only able to add £5 out of my paycheck, like £5, equal to about 6 point something dollars. I think it was. But I added it onto the total manually because I can't put it into the PayPal without sacrificing the money that's in the PayPal. It's really weird. It's like this little loop. I'd have to use the money in the PayPal to make a donation to the PayPal. So the app, the information to add, PayPal gave me to add it via the app didn't work. So. Yeah. Right now, so this is a memory leak issue with this FPS. If I quit the desktop and come back in, I'll be back at 60 again. I'm on the card that you used to have. You've got the card that I'm after. Calm your tits. I hate this little ledge. Thank you. See, was that difficult? No. I need to watch the tilt on this because it's wobbling all over the place. I hate this view. I'm not as accurate with it. I have a little bit of a depth perception issue with it. I'm not as fast either. It was Hofburgammon map on Farm Sim 22 that made me getting a new PC, but I could not stand the lag and the FPS drop. I don't have 22. I got one of them. I can't remember what one it is. Didn't play it a whole lot. I'm all for the grindy, repetitive stuff, but I don't know, there was something about that game I found boring. The card I had before this one, this game, I was lucky to stay at 30 FPS the whole time. Then I upgraded to this card, and I was like a constant 60 FPS. So they've either my card's degrading or they've changed something over the years. So when I upgrade my PC, I upgrade as much as I can, step by step. Like, I will only get the next 1 or 2 up from my current CPU the next time I do it. When my motherboard reaches its max CPU upgrades and I get a motherboard upgrade, I will make sure, obviously I need to get a new CPU, new RAM when that happens. I will make sure that the CPU that I get for that motherboard is one of the lowest tier for that motherboard, so I have room to upgrade. It's better to upgrade like that than it is to have to get a new motherboard every time because you just went hard mode each time. Tech comes out so quickly for PCs, and it doesn't always mean that it's not going to be compatible. So it's good to keep your options open like that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've had this card. This card I've had for about 3-4 years now, I think. That row of mats was for my first clean out. First swap out. Oh, I upgraded all my. I did get more fans. I've got 4 intake fans now. 2 on the front, 2 on the top. But as soon as I can get this new graphics card, next step will be for more memory, but that won't take as long. Graphics card, I think, if I go for that first, it's going to be the longer one. Get that done as quickly as possible. Then, as soon as I've got the graphics card, I can start Out of War again on the channel. See, I don't trust water cooling. It will be my luck that something will go wrong. That water will end up going all over the inside whilst the PC's turned on. That will be my luck. I would rather not put all my eggs in that one basket like that. Fans are cheap. I can monitor the temp inside my PC, or at least the temp of my GPU with Afterburner. Not to mention, of course, I can adjust the slider for the fans so they come on a bit earlier. I always do this. I come too far forwards and I can't get that section under there. Every time I do it. Your water is cold, so right now I only use the fan. Oh, sorry, wrong way. Wrong one. I've read that one already. It was a good bundle I got with the CPU and the water. Okay, fair enough. You understand my hesitation, though. Especially as I really enjoy doing this. It's my way of de-stressing. I hate where I work. But a job's a job, you know. I live in a small town, so I can't really travel. I get motion sick. I have to walk everywhere. So I use this. I use the channel. The channel is my way of de-stressing. I really enjoy doing it. And if my computer went tits up, what's the next row? What's a 30k? 3k? 31. 31. 32. And I'll take that one as well. And behind that, it's a bunch of 30s. Oh, 34. So we are starting to progress in the good dirt. I'm wondering if this map's gonna... I don't think... This map won't take me to the end of the season. End of the leaderboard. I'll end up getting a new map before then. There's still a lot to chew through, but when I put my mind to it, I can dig a lot. It is fun and relaxing, especially when I get the interaction. It's the interaction I like with the streaming. But But at the same time, I also really like editing. But nobody ever watched the videos when I did that, when I did the heavy editing. So that's why I switched to streaming. But it's to the point where I enjoy doing animations in Blender. I'm not much of a modeler. I mean, the only thing I can really make is a dragon out of a cube. I did that on stream, actually. But it's like stopgap animation. It's a lot like editing. So I find that really enjoyable and relaxing as well, that sort of stuff. You went into early retirement, so the only thing you do all day long is play games. Dude. You live in a dream, yeah? Brewskis at noon? That's half full up already. My light source needs moving. It's not very bright anymore. Come on, Sarge. Actually, it's going to have to go on the other side, because we're going to be moving off in this direction. So... that should do us for a while. Was a photographer for 20 years and you got burned out and got some damage. I got a burn. Sorry. Oh yeah, got burned out. I'm reading it right. And got some damage on your body. So I'm in pain 24/7. I know the whole... I get the whole pain 24/7. I got a slip disc. It'll be a completely different type of pain, and I'm not trying to belittle or say I understand. Anyone who says I understand your pain, bull crap. The only way you could understand somebody's pain is not only is your pain the exact same type of pain, or the way it's or the thing that's giving you the pain is the exact same as theirs, but you also had the exact same nerve endings as they did, and body and everything. You'd need to be that person. There was no actual way you can fully you can be empathetic and sympathetic, yes. But I hate when someone turns around and says, "Oh, I understand. I've been there. I get it. I've got what you've got." That just annoys the crap out of me. Sorry. Didn't mean to rant there. That's why I said I understand pain. The constant being in constant pain. My back never actually has a day when it doesn't hurt. It just has a day. It just has days when it doesn't hurt as much. But I am very sorry to hear that though, dude. You have muscle damage on your whole right side of your body. Ooh. Yeah, same. Hate when people say, I understand how I feel. Yeah, it's so idiotic. It really, really is. I mean, I get that they're trying to help. I do. But I just wish people could use, myself included, you know, I've sometimes been guilty of saying it maybe, but without even realizing it. But I just sometimes wish that people in general are able to not enunciate, but explain better what they're trying to say. I'm the same. I have a really wide vocabulary because I do so much reading. And I used to have to repeat what I was saying many times over to my friends because they didn't read as much. And I was in the habit of using words, phrases that they didn't understand. I'm not trying to sound big-headed or anything. It just is what it is, you know. A wide vocabulary doesn't make for a smart person. I just got into the habit of thinking and dumbing down what I'm saying before I said it. And now it's just an automatic feature. I can articulate what I'm saying in my head or quite easily when I'm writing it down than I can speaking it, because I am in such a habit of not speaking it. That's quite often why I go quiet. I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say, or how I should say it, like try to get a point across, and I can't. I can think it, but it just doesn't make it to my mouth anymore. Oh, crap, 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 crap! Move! Get... Just managed to make that. Okay, that one's in place. That's fine. Ah, oh, come on. Oh my god. This one doesn't like me this time. Oh, you know what? I'm going to rage quit in a minute. I'm not normally a rage quitter, but I am going to in a minute. Give me a second, I'll read them. It helps a lot when I'm sitting... Oh, wait. So I have time for the leaderboards in this game. I play games for 9 hours a day, and I have a good office chair. $180 one with worth every penny. It helps in sitting long times and playing. I have a really nice chair, actually. Hold on. It doesn't cost anything like what yours did, but I really love my chair, my PC chair. I'm going to show this off. I like this chair. This is my PC chair. Now, this cushion pulls out on a rail, flips over, and you can put your legs up on it. And this backrest actually goes to a near horizontal position, so you can actually lay down in it, fully lay down. That's nothing compared to the 880 degrees reclining angle. Pure back support, this chair. Nothing but. Sorry guys, 1 second. Sorry, I could hear voices outside and I thought someone was trying to get in my door, but it was for upstairs. Or coming, I thought someone was knocking at my door, but it was for upstairs. How long time did it make for me to build this plant? I can put all the pieces in within an hour. Attach all the hoses, 1.5 to 2 hours, depending on how slow I'm going. Those mats look like paper towels. I'd like to see paper towels with golden nuggets in them. Yours is rated for 16 hours sitting. I can do that easily in this chair. If I've got the day off, I'm up at, 8, 9 o'clock. Just because part routine, part lying, And I'm pretty much... this chair is better for my back than my armchair and sofa. So, overall, I can sit in this chair all the way through till like midnight. Getting up for food and whatnot, but right, let's get back to it. These buckets are good to go. Yeah, I really, really, really do love this chair. Did I do that bucket up there? No. It looks like it gave me a little extra, but I don't think it did. No, it didn't. That's fine. I was hoping for some bonus, but it didn't give it to me. Just split it up wrong. Our goal, I set myself earlier, was to get 10th place. That was like 7,000 in this ounces in the stream. By the end of the stream. The stream is going to end in 55 minutes. I can generally fill up that plant to go and have to swap out the mats in about 15 to 20 minutes. And we are 900 ounces short right now. But I am a fast digger with the excavator. I can actually fill up... Oh, if I don't get stuck. I was stuck on the dirt that was underneath, that's why. But I can actually fill up the Frankenstein faster than it empties out normally. If I don't get stuck. I will give it a look later if I remember, dude. If not, you're welcome to join the Discord and leave a link in there. No pressure. I'm not forcing you to do anything. If you don't like Discord, then don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. You know what? Sod that. I'm going to get that corner with the loader. There's not a lot of gold in it. It'll be so nice to be on the flatter ground again. I didn't bulldoze because there's virtually no overburden. I didn't want to delete anything. Although this bit is trying my patience somewhat. Smart way I have set up with the digger. What you mean? The Frank, like pushing the Frank out onto the lip. Hasn't detached yet. Then come off the wall a little bit. Go for a small tilt. So that way I can actually dig above the... won't have the same issue as I had on that one where I was trying to get the dirt that was stuck underneath. At least in theory. Leaderboards is all about time management. That's why I've got my dump truck there. The vehicles you'll switch to when you're switching next and previous are all about the order you buy your vehicles in. So I make sure that my Frankenstein that I first switched to, because some of the last vehicles I got, is always at the top so I can get to my plant quickly. Then I always make sure I buy that dump truck over there and this excavator together so that they are side by side in the swap out queue. Bucket wheel excavator will be great in this. Maybe, but I think the dirt, it would have to have one of those really long spindly arms. Look how deep the dirt is. The way this game works, the lower down you dig your dirt, the more dirt that gets deleted. If I was to dig this dirt by scraping along the bedrock using the front end loader, I wouldn't get anywhere near as much gold as the way I'm digging now. Stepping it down. And I need to fix that dirt glitch again. Outer Board does have a wheeled excavator or two. but I find them a lot harder to drive. Oh yeah, I wonder if any of those workers that I was still waiting to level up. There's still a couple that aren't maxed out yet or retrained as mechanics. And whilst all my mechanics are, my army of mechanics are doing a fantastic job whilst everything's left on, it couldn't hurt to have another one or two. It's not like I haven't got the money to pay them. These are all the people wanting a job. I've really got 2 overseers, so I don't need you. Not those ones, they don't matter. It's the ones that are below 70%. That one. So that'll be another mechanic. So it's leveled him up to tier 3. And I'm going to retrain him to a mechanic. On parcel 4. Oh, was that my final one then? The other one's just my level 2 overseer. Okay. Cool. I think I've got more mechanics than Tony Beats and Parker combined. I'm getting that bucket glitch again. Well, it's not emptying the bucket. It's looking like it is. Look, see? Didn't even dig anything. It just doesn't want to let anything go. Oh my god. Just let it go. Oh, this rocking is not doing me any favours right now. Don't like this view, but I can't dig in that other mode when it's rocking that viciously. Keep thinking it's going to tip over. I'm leaving stuff on the belt. Crap. I'm actually throwing away dirt here. I can see the balls go flying. It's actually on sale now, I believe. Whenever there's a leaderboard, the game goes up on sale. Oh, no it's not. Holy crap. That's a rarity. No, no, stop with that, thank you. Yeah, no, they've changed it up then. Usually it's on sale. Maybe it's at the start of the season. If you do get it, though, go for the Parker's edition. That's got the excavators in it. The Frankensteins in it. And the full tier 2 and tier 5 wash plant system. Really. It's like a magic trick. Nothing in my hand. Nothing up my sleeve. Voila. Dirt. How long is a season? Typically about a month. Used to be 2 months. It ends a week on Sunday. And then it normally has about a month to 6 weeks, something like that, until the next one. However, they've added in something at the main menu recently. It's about 2 weeks before the leaderboard started. They added a countdown timer till the next leaderboard. So you can actually see exactly when it started. And now it actually shows you exactly when it's going to end as well, to the minute. To the second even. I don't know if that timer is going to get reset for the next leaderboard as soon as this one ends, or if they're going to wait till it's closer. But too high up. Trying to get this section over here. Trying to be quick about it, but I'm not as accurate in this view. The plant's going to need a swap out in a minute. Hey, Cupcake, how you doing? Got to be really careful about digging under your tracks as well. Do it too much and you'll tip forwards. Magic ISO. I wonder how many people do you meet? Oh, I have broken it. Look, look, look. It looks like a South Park Canadian mouth. How many people do you meet who actually get that reference? They're magical ISO. Or magic ISO. I know magical, yeah. What you could always do, dude, is add me on Steam. Right? That's how you spell my name on Steam. If you add me on Steam and you get within the top 9 on the friends list scores here, then you'll be up on here. You can also add Old Man Gaming. He turned around and told me a while back that anyone who wants to add me can also add him. Not many. It's showing our age, that's what it is. We do floppy disks. I knew a 6.5-inch floppy. And that's not even a dirty joke. Move off the wall a little bit. And everything's being swapped over at the plant. Perfect. Oh, fair enough. There we go. That should work. Ah, they're nowhere near ready. I should always wait until the mats are ready. When it tells me the mats are done, it's because those jigs swap too early. Oh my god, you see my FPS now? You know what? Screw this for a second, guys. I'm going to have to do a save and reload again. 25 FPS, that's the memory leak right there. Or that and my graphics card. It's like a combination of the two. Wrong button. There we go. So I've got to wait for the cloud to make sure the saved to it. This is what I don't get, right? I come out of the stream. There's nothing going on, no game running. You're on a picture for a background. And I start dropping frames. There you go. Did add you added me on Steam. Okay, let me go accept that for you whilst the game's loading. Boom, there you go. Added. Now you have to get within the top 9 on my friends list to be on there. That's the end date for this current leaderboard. Oh, there we go. Had to wait for it to pop up on the OBS. Yeah, caged. I haven't finished yet. I just had to reload the game because of memory leak issues. The FPS was down to like 25. A little premature, Jet Caged. That cupcake says that all the time, don't she? Oh, well, now that one needs a reposition. Okay. That was weird. Right, make sure everything is switched on. Because it likes to turn some things off randomly. Oh, I need to reselect my squares. Right, one thing with this game, Merlin. Alright. So, claim 1. Claim 2. Hold on, let me zoom out. Alright, so that's Old Arnold. Claim 1. Told you here, okay? So that's Old Arnold. Claim 2 is Rivertown. Then you skip 1 to the one at the very end. The one at the very end is actually claim 3. Then you've got to go back 1 to claim 4. I don't know why it does it. It's always done that. Right, let's move my feet. Get into position here. Am I still wobbling? Yes, I am. Oh yeah, this is a very, very, very nice map. It's got like some squares that has about 4,000 ounces in it. Most of them are in the 3,000 range. Why am I preloading? I don't preload. I just need to send it to the plant. So why haven't I stopped preloading? Why am I still doing it? That's actually a really bad habit to get into. Because you just forget to turn them on eventually, and end up deleting gold. Once the container's full, it won't tell you, and you'll just end up losing gold as a result. I'm actually not wobbling around anymore, so I can probably go into my normal view. Why have I got this dirt glitch going on already? I've literally just loaded up the game. Oh, is it in the bucket? No. Bucket just didn't want to collect. I thought the bucket might have been full. Oh, of course it does mean all of my machines are noisy again. Waiting for these to swap out. I could be digging more while I'm waiting, but meh. Actually, do you know what, guys? I am starting to get a little bit of a headache, so I might make this the final one. I think after I've done this little clean out, I think I will end off for the night. But rest assured, we will be back tomorrow with some more. And I am going to try and go hard tomorrow, so hopefully I will jump up the leaderboard quite a lot. at least in seasonal. I don't know about how much I'll climb in max yet, but I'll have to wait and see. Here we go. Oh my god. Whenever one messes up, they all end up messing up. You just lose your rhythm. See? Thanks for the stream. I am off for today. I'll catch your stream tomorrow. I will be here in chat. Thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. Have a good night. So I did about, what was it, 900 to 1200 ounces just before the stream, something like that. So we've done a good 8,000 ounces today on stream. That is not a bad day's work in anyone's book. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. I am just 4,000 away from 9th. Then I've got a bit of a climb. Once I get to 9th, I'm going to need 25,000 ounces to get to 9th. So that's 9th isn't going to happen tomorrow. It may not even happen on this map. We'll have to wait and see. 11th, just shy of 10th. Look at that. Need about 1,100. So that will easily happen tomorrow. Should get 9th tomorrow. 8th. Can't guarantee tomorrow. We'll wait and see. But anyway, guys, like I said, I need to end this off here. Let me turn off all my machinery for the night. Get this, get some sleep so that this headache doesn't progress to tomorrow and stops me from streaming or anything. So, right, turn you off. Refuel everything. This is my end of stream procedure here. I'll smelt my gold tomorrow. I'm not doing that tonight. I normally, I don't know if I should show you guys like my full day's work tomorrow or just what I do on stream. I don't know, but I usually like to start off a stream with a full tank. With a full tank with a clear scale. Sorry. Well, relatively so. Sorry, you can see how this headache's starting to affect me. Struggling to articulate. Right, there we go. Alright guys, well, I want to say thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to rate and comment below, and I will see you next time. So have a good night guys, stay safe, sleep well. Goodbye.